I really do like the walk over the DLC. This whole DLC is good, and I'm surely going to gush over it while we go through it. But right before we go in there, I double checked. I checked the official Dark Souls wiki. I'm a professional. We have the Broken Straight Sword, the Raw, Enchanted, Divine, Magic, Chaos, Occult, Lightning, Crystal, Fire. That's it. We got them all. Anything we're missing here is, through any of the other embers, is just further ascension of the modifications that we already have. So we have the full set. We have the full cereal box superhero decoder ring box set of every flavor of Broken Straight Sword in the game, unless I've somehow missed something. It's pretty cool. I don't think anyone has ever done this. Probably. I'm sure there's someone out there who's done it. I'm sure, because it's like you're never the first one. There's always someone else. But I like to think I'm the first person who's been stupid enough to do all this. And after we get all the materials from the DLC, I think we'll have enough to probably get everything up to its max level for the most part. I'm not going to go out of my way to get stupid things all the way up to... Like, I still don't know... I don't know. I have no idea. I just don't... I looked it up, but I didn't take the time to actually go through and check on, like, what the divine stuff... I know what the divine stuff does, but occult does... whatever. If you really want to, you can look it up. Maybe before this playthrough's over, I'll figure it out. But we're going to the DLC. The DLC of Elysial is my favorite part of the game. I've been talking about this game the whole way through, which is kind of nice because I've played through this game a few times, well, a lot of times, but I've never actually, yoink, grab one of my favorite sets. I've never actually really done like a full playthrough. Even though this was kind of like a challenge run, I got to do my playthrough-ish of Dark Souls in a very Dark Souls-like manner. Yeah, stick your hand in that. What could go wrong? Best way to initiate? That's not a real word. To enter the DLC of any game ever. Just like, okay. Not only is the DLC to this game mildly complicated to get into. Like any other game you think, oh, I get the DLC, I download it. Click DLC, I'm playing the DLC. In Dark Souls, it's like you downloaded it. Figure it out. It's like, I don't know. There were ways to know, but it's just like, to me, it's excellent the way Dark Souls does it. It's a very, everything Dark Souls is and does is a very Dark Souls-like way of doing it. Including how to access the DLC that you paid for. Okay, so this guy... Alright, I'm actually legitimately worried about this guy because he's gonna be, I mean, I'm gonna hit him with Sunlight Blade and he's gonna go down, but he's gonna be somewhat immune. And okay, wait, I almost made a mistake. I need to see that little icon on the top of my screen. Yeah, that means something's wrong with one of my weapons. Okay, because clearly I did something wrong, I didn't repair it, so let's just, before we make a horrible mistake, let's just fix all that. Yeah, anything else? Yeah, it's just, okay. Fix that, good, cool. Okay, after I kill this guy, we might actually mess around with some of Dusk's set. Because like I said, Dusk's set is... next to this set, like the kind of set I'm rocking right now, Dusk's set is one of my other favorite light sets in the game. It's very, stands out, looks good. Kind of the opposite to this. Alright, deep breath. This is brutal. I mean, you enter the DLC, you get a bonfire immediately. You're like, oh, cool. Walk through the fog door. Immediate boss fight. Yeah, let's go. And this guy's pretty cool. I like chimeras. Chimeras are really, cool enemies. Swing. Oh, he's doing the tail. He's doing the tail move. He never does the tail move for me. I could actually try to get his tail. I can't use it, but... Okay, I actually couldn't remember if you rolled slow in this water. You don't. Yeah. Alright. Alright. Dodge that. No. Dodge that. Dodge that. Okay. Well. And then you can't punish it. This guy's tough. You come right in, and he's a tough boss. He's not, like, I think a lot of people might see this boss come in immediately, and they underestimate him. That's one of the reasons a lot of people die to this guy, including me. But he's not a pushover. Don't underestimate him. Ah, okay. Scary. Scary. I wish he wouldn't do that. Ah. I'm losing my buff. My buff. Swing. Okay, I'm dead. Whoa. Didn't die. Chug. I'm getting nailed by a lot of his attacks. Yeah, see, Sunlight Blade usually would do a lot more damage than that, but I think he's pretty resilient to lightning damage. Which is Not good for us. But I guess I can't complain because there aren't a lot of bosses that are resilient to lightning damage. Ornstein is the only one that comes to mind. I can't think of another one off the top of my head. I don't know if Gwen is. I don't think he is, but he might be. Okay, I should have probably buffed with that to begin with. That's a mistake. Swing. Yeah, it's terrible damage. And he's smart, too. He's not like a normal boss where once he sees he misses there. Normally, if he hit me, he'd keep going. But he sees he misses me and I'm out of his aggro range. I'm not sure what that would be called from a technical level. He is a boss that... I guess after they designed all the bosses for the main game, and then they had time to make this, even though I know they made a lot of this while they were making the main game. Because clearly it fits in with the story so perfectly. I think they kind of vamped up the bosses, which is why the bosses in this DLC are some of the best and most memorable, but also have the reputation for being some of the toughest. And the Sanctuary Guardian is no exception to that. Swing. Okay. Yeah. Chug. Am I using the... Okay, I am. I thought... Ow. Alright, alright, alright. Okay. I see how this is gonna go. The same way it always goes every time I fight this boss. Guy is so cool. I don't care for him. It's a good fight. It's really a good fight. And he's also... He falls under the rule for me that if a boss is just as fun and challenging to fight alone as he is co-op, then he's a good boss. And this guy fits that bill. He's challenging if you keep him at a distance like I am right now, because he's just going to keep spamming me, and I have no ranged attacks. I have the opposite of a ranged attack. Ow. But getting up and close, he doesn't give you much time to react either. That's not my... Chug. Dodge. Switch. Swing. That's bad damage. I wonder if he'd be weaker to... I thought he'd be weak to, like, Chaos, but... Colt. I just grabbed a Colt randomly. I didn't really want it. What I want to do is that. And it's hard to break line of sight with this guy because it's just a big open arena. And it gives him extra advantage because we're sitting in water. That's going to deal more damage. I could have thrown on lightning defense, but I really need the rings I have. Yikes. Alright, I'm probably too close to buff, but I need to buff. We're just not doing enough damage. And then he knows. It's like he knows. It's just not wonderful. Bad, 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 bad. Whoa, okay. I don't think I've encountered that attack much. That one I'm used to. Jumping off me, that's kind of new. Getting his... I think... A lot of people say Calamete's the hardest one to get the tail weapon from, but I think this guy's the hardest one to get the tail weapon from. Don't hit me. Oh, no. Alright. Oh my god, I went the wrong way. No. He's gonna hit me. I'm dead. I'm out of Estus anyway, so... I'm in trouble as it is. I had... the slightest hope that I'd be able to do some more damage in this and I'd be able to take him out first try, but, well. Ow. I guess blocking that's better than getting hit. It's not always. You would think, but it's not always. Can I do it? I'm not willing to use humanity on this guy, even though we're about to get a bunch. I tried. My God. That might have been the worst. That would have been the worst KO I've gotten from a boss all game. God damn, that was awful. Ugh, so vicious. Ugh. Die! Oh, yes. Now, I'm not keeping track, and I'm sure no one else is, but I maybe died to him the most. Maybe I'm drawing a blank on someone else I died to a bunch, but oh god. Super cool boss. Chimeras are badass. He actually feels like, in a very cool way, out of place. I don't feel like he matches up with a lot of the other bosses. It like aesthetic wise, like how they all kind of seem to be in the same sort of area. But I do like this guy, and as far as I know, there's no lore on him whatsoever. I just like to think of him as the guardian of Elysial Sanctuary. And then finally, once you get past that, he's really a challenging boss because he reacts quickly. He has no real blind spots. Only 2 of his attacks are actually safe. And the rest, normally maybe you could get hit on him, but due to my very short weapon, I could not reach him half the time. So that was a little bit of a nightmare, but still, every time I beat that guy, I feel good that I beat him. Like, yeah, like that guy's not a pushover, and I just beat him. So, not a lot of bosses after I've kind of mastered their patterns do I feel that way. This guy, although he has patterns, the Sanctuary Guardian he's still, just because you know what he's going to do doesn't mean you're going to be able to take him down easy. Did not get enough souls from that. I guess I'll hold on to these for now. Yeah, I guess. Okie dokie. And then you beat the Sanctuary Guardian. Finally, like you enter the DLC. You come up against what I would argue, and I think most people would, a pretty tough boss, one of the toughest in the game. And finally, once you beat your way past him, then you can access and play the DLC. Like, it's so Dark Souls in a way that's like, okay, you download the DLC, you got to figure out how to access it. Then you finally figure out how to access it. Then you got to fight a really hard boss. Then you can play. Something about that is just so... I understand why a lot of people wouldn't like that. A lot of casual people would... I completely understand why they wouldn't enjoy that. But I really, really like it. Hello, Mushroom Lady. There's something about a sentient mushroom that just seems totally okay. It's just like, yeah, that makes sense. We'll save Dusk. Sure. Although recently I've been playing through a bunch of old games. Like I was just playing through Ocarina of Time. And I've been deliberately selecting like the bad answers. Like normally it's like, oh, Link, will you save Hyrule? And it's like they give you the option, yes or no. So I'm like, alright, no. No, I won't. And some of the responses that are written in the game are pretty funny. Because as a kid, I would never... we're going to buy a few. How many? Yeah. We're going to buy those. As a kid, I'd never select the bad option. I don't need any of these. Repair, I mean, I don't really need repair. I'm never going to use it. It is useful. But I just don't think I'm going to need it. Okay, so... Thank goodness for Crystal Magic Weapon. If I hadn't had that, that fight would have been very bad, I would have had to go through a ton of consumables. Consumables? That's not how you say that word. But it worked out. We did it. We beat it. I'm not even trying to think about how many deaths that was, because that was a good little handful. But Elysial. I like how it is in not defense but attack of the DLC. It is a reused area. It's the forest remapped, revamped, because you're going back in time. Ooh, time travel. Which also seems oddly out of place in a game like this. Alright, well, this is going well. Already. We've entered and we're being attacked by scarecrow people. Why can't I? Oh no. Scarecrow people, no! They're actually more dangerous than I just remembered how dangerous they were. They're actually kind of dangerous. Buff the weapon. I'm gonna try to go through here without dying and kill everything once. After that fails, I'm gonna run through the area. Just heads up now. But it makes me... Alright. Okay. Chug. It makes me think of how, of all the games, as I play through some more of the older games I'm playing. Because it's more common now with games that give you decisions of being... You can play the good guy, you can play the bad guy. But back in the day, when they gave you choices for some reason, I'm not sure why they gave you dialogue choices. In games like Zelda, right? Like Ocarina of Time, why even bother? Why... Oh my god. Why bother giving me dialogue choices? They don't mean anything or do anything for the most part. It just, I guess, to get funny dialogue. I don't not want the ability to choose dialogue, but at the same time, it is mostly pointless. It matters more now in games. There was a period where they tried to like give decisions in games, and oh my god, and it was kind of like a GIMP decision. Like there were some games where your choices didn't really matter. Bioshock Infinite immediately comes to mind, where your choices don't really matter. I don't think they matter at all, really, but you can choose certain things, and that's fine. They kind of change some dialogue here and there, maybe. That's fine. And then there have been some better games now where your choices do matter more. Like, you're not going to, like, alter a crazy amount of the game, but there are some games that do have some really good choices in them.